Hi, this is Harris Reynolds, and welcome to our video series on Git. Git is a version control system or a source code management system, and the main point of Git is to allow you to store your code up in the cloud so you don't lose any of your work, and also track all of your changes that you make to your code over time, and then it also allows you to collaborate with other people. Have you ever been working on a term paper or on an email and you're working on it and you do all this effort, put all this effort into writing it out, and then boom, your computer crashes or your browser crashes and you lose all your work? That is just heartbreaking. Git solves that problem, allowing you to store your code up in the cloud, which all that means is store it on a server that is connected to the internet. And then it also allows, like I said, collaboration and history tracking. So Git's a great tool. I recommend people wanting to learn how to do software development to start using Git right away because it's really going to get baked into the DNA of your workflow. So think of Git as an open source software platform that allows you to manage your source code. And then think of some services. You could host Git yourself, but I say why? There's some great services out there that allow you to use Git. GitHub is probably the most popular one. Bitbucket is another one. GitLab is another one. For the purpose of this video, we're going to be using GitHub just because I'd say it's the de facto standard. You can sign up for a new account. I'm going to click sign in and sign into an existing account. Once I'm signed in, I'm going to click this plus button and just say new repository here, and I am going to just say test repo. Very simple name here. I'm going to make it public. It doesn't matter. All I'm going to do is add a README to this repository. So I click create repository, and now on the GitHub server underneath my account, I have a repository called test repo. If I click the code and then I just copy to the clipboard this URL here, that's going to allow me to clone this repo on my local box. So I'm in my normal user directory. I'm going to say cd dev. I like to keep all my projects in a dev directory. I'm going to say git clone, and then I'm going to paste that URL. And then now it says you can't connect to this repository because we don't know about your computer. Now, when we signed into GitHub on the website, we used a username and password, but now that we're trying to connect from another program from this terminal, we need to connect a different way. We need to use SSH keys. So we're going to generate a new SSH key real quick. I can drop a link to this webpage in the notes, but I'm just going to say copy this first part of this command to my clipboard, and then come over to my terminal and type that in, and then I'm going to put in my GitHub email address, and I'm just going to say run that. We'll store it in the default file, and I already had one there, but I'm just going to override it, enter the passphrase. I'm going to say no, empty for no passphrase, and then now we've generated this new SSH key, which is great. So now I have this on my computer, and I need to tell GitHub about this. So I'm going to go to, let's see, up here, click this little arrow. Actually, I think I can get to it from just saying settings. Actually, I need to click my user, not the plus sign, but my user over here, and then go to settings over there. And then there's this SSH and GPG keys here. I can say new key. I'm just going to call this a test key. And then now this file is stored, the public key. Now there's a public key and a private key. So the private key you would never share with anyone else. But I can just come in here, copy the path to that file. I can say VI and then paste the path in there. Now VI is just a text editor. I'm probably getting a little crazy just using that in this video, but this is my public key. So I can double click this whole file and just copy that to my clipboard. Now I'm going to hit the colon key and just put a Q there. That will get me out of that file. That was just a quick little VI tutorial for you. But now I can just paste in this SSH key and click add new key. And then now here, I should be able to, I'm going to run clear, and then I'm going to say git clone. And now I could connect to the repo. So now, not only do I have this repo up on GitHub, but I also have a local copy. I can say cd test repo, I'm going to say ls, and now I have this readme file here. In the next video, I'll show you how to actually use Git, but I want to keep these videos short, and this video taught you how to just create a simple GitHub account and how to create a simple repo, and then how to connect your command line, your terminal, to that repo so that you can start to use it to push code from your local computer up to the GitHub service. So thanks so much for watching. Looking forward to helping you on your journey to learn how to use Git and to be a great software developer. See ya.